Reece Walsh is right now the name on every footy fan's lips. The Broncos faithful because they love him, the Panthers because they know he needs to be silenced. Sunday's decider will pit the villain from north of the border with Penrith's most polarising player.
Grand Final fever hit Brisbane today as fans flocked to the Broncos team base, taking even their biggest star by surprise.
Wanted to, to hear the kids, calling my name and, looking up to someone like me, it feels good, mate. I've been on Origin camps and the crowds are pretty crazy there, but I've never seen anything like this.
Grand Final bound in his first year as a Bronco in the NRL, the only premiership decider Walsh pictured himself playing in was in a video game. But have you pictured winning an NRL premiership?
Playing Rugby Live 3, I have, mate, winning those. So, yeah, I'll pinch myself, mate.
Given his incredible season with the Broncos, there's no surprise Reece Walsh is the fan favourite here in Brisbane. But when he arrives in Sydney, he'll be public enemy number one. What kind of reception do you think every time you'll touch a ball down there in Sydney?
Oh, it'll probably be a bit mental. So, I don't really hear too much when I'm out on the field. I just try and focus on my job and, play the footy I can play. So I know the crowd will be pretty hostile, but, it's what you want to be a part of.
On field, the freakish fullback is not only fast and fearless with the football, he never backs down from confrontation.
Always makes the game interesting when there's a bit of, fire and a bit of heat in the game.
After going head-to-head in Origin 2, Walsh and Jerome Luai will face off for the first time. This cheeky fullback is ready to reignite the rivalry.
He gets under my skin? Yeah. No, he doesn't. He's an exciting player to watch and, he's fun to go up against those battles, but I wouldn't say he gets under my skin.
In Brisbane, Zach Bailey, 9 News.
Dylan Edwards is drawing inspiration from his mum as the Panthers bid for a third straight premiership on Sunday night. Edwards is planning on studying the latest team to achieve the three-peat. Penrith's Western Sydney rivals, Parramatta, back in the 80s.
4 grand finals in a row. They certainly know how to celebrate when they win. The Panthers' Top Gun theme last year is now a thing of grand final legend. The year before, they talked about climbing Everest. That's why Dylan Edwards has a mountain on one arm and his Top Gun call sign Casper on the other.
You've got the Everest on one arm. It's hard to sort of keep climbing though, isn't it? I mean, what keeps your motivation level high?
Yeah, I don't know if anyone gets sick of winning, that's for sure. So it's just speed up. Want to be as successful as we can be with this group that we got now, and going forward, we want to stay successful.
His Casper nickname relates to Edwards' fair complexion and his ability to appear like a ghost from nowhere in defence. This grand final cover tackle a perfect example. It sealed his Clive Churchill medal. In a team of rock stars, he's the Panthers' working class hero. His mum, Kerry, his inspiration.
The hard working and the work ethic that you have, where does that derive from? Where does it come from?
Just when I was younger, I think I seen my mum as a really, really hard worker and she's instilled that in me, that's for sure. So nothing comes easy and you got to work hard for everything you get.
So your mum, talk to me more about what was she doing in terms of hard work?
She just always worked all her life and fought for everything she's ever gotten. So, it's important to watch and important to pick up on.
And he's also going to dip into the archives of his chief rivals, the Eels, to do a crash course in three-peat history.
It's something that's been spoken about quite a lot throughout the last sort of however long few years. But yeah, I never got to see it, but it's a pretty special feat that they were able to achieve.
Do you ever want to watch what they did, or have you got any desire to look what they did?
Yeah, I probably should watch it, that's for sure, just to see how they went about it and how their team changed throughout it and were able to win three premierships in a row.
Danny Weidler, 9 News.